again, there's nothing wrong with buying a woman flowers and candy, all this kind of stuff like that. But it needs to move away from that. Everyday life, we go through things. Yeah. Love is not perfect. Yeah. And love is conditional, by the way. It's not unconditional.
So I just dropped my app, www.ChisoLifts.com. Online personal training. You got custom meal plans, custom training plans. With the training plans, you got the video showing you how to do all your exercises. You can log in your sets, your reps, the weights you use, and literally every month I changed up your plan. In the description, you got a code BESTU20 at the moment. You can use that to get a 20% discount for life. Boom, happy new year, welcome back. New episode featuring Chief Royal King and Ola the comedian. Tune in, man, this is a good one.
That over here and over there as well, where a lot of people think that they actually think that their dad's their dad, but realistically, it's the guy who, like you, who was sleeping with their mum.
Once upon a time.
So that's why I was saying to you, I said, Ra, that's why I asked you, I said, Ra, do you have kids? You said one. And I said, Ra, do you know there's a lot of times here where guys got multiple children,
I know.
But they don't know, because the guy who was there being the boyfriend, the good guy, he's ended up taking responsibility as the father, not realizing that he's not the actual father, but it's one of them things that they hold it in for life. But over here in the UK, the stat is something like 21%.
It's probably more.
Probably more now. You get me? But as I know before, it was like 21%. But we will never know. That's why I had to ask you. I was like, right.
The question I'm asking, for me, like I've always said, I'm the only one in my family that's not married. You have to understand that. So,
wait, you're the only one in your
family that's not married. My brother's not married.
3 wives?
No, I'm saying about like it's very not here. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying to you, so it's different. So. Bro, the question you asked, right? I'll ask the question about is it Lagos or is it? Because I can't imagine in the village. Because bro, there's repercussions of it. You can't just go and sleep with people's wife and you think it's.
Well, you think the village people don't creep?
No, I'm saying that.
They creep.
Ain't no street lights, bro.
I'm saying they do, but maybe it's different. Because where I'm from, let's say that, like, the punishment is so severe that it's just not worth it. But I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
But you got to realize it, especially in the past 20 years, things have accelerated at a faster pace. That even
Western influence, yes.
Yeah, even the people who were in the village who you'd have thought, they're a bit behind. They're not as behind as we think. You know what I mean? They know how to play the game. They still stick with a bit of their principles, but the Western influence has crossed over big time.
I mean, for me, like, listen, I'm Ghanaian, right? So, Obuasi, likes of, I'm just naming names from Jakabu and Bubuamame, all these little small towns. It's like, until I take you there, you understand what I mean by that. It doesn't mean.
I've been out there.
But I'm saying, but it doesn't. You probably stayed in the city.
No. But I went out a bit when I was on my way to go see like Cape Coast and that. I was stopping in between bits, like just to get like food and this. I was chatting to people. Just to feel the vibe of. Because you know what it is. When you go places and you're like, I've been on holiday and you only been in the city, you don't really get the full. It's like years ago I went to Mexico, for instance, and I used to go there all the time. But one time I've decided to go to a town called Merida, 5 hours away from where I was. And when I've got there, like, I realized that I'm the only black person in the whole area. So
that could be cartel, lad, bro.
It was random because people were coming up to me and say, take a picture of you and my wife, carry my wife, and because they see size and all that, and they was impressed by that, and I was laughing because I was like, it could even tie it to this where their man would be like, take my wife and go show my wife a good time.
Saying that, like we said, because from my town is 6 hours away. For a young man to come out there, obviously, due to poverty and lack of jobs, so I guess that's why they will travel back and forth more so in the bush, not the city. Because I come from a place like. I guess here, for me to explain it to you, I'm a farmer, but we live in a forest. It's not. I don't know how to explain it to you. It sounds like mystical, but it's not. It's not a farm, but it's like a forest, big trees. So the way that we were raised, for example, if I didn't come here, I've been married way before I'm 31 now. I would have married when I'm 21, like my brother.
What do you think? If you didn't come here, do you think like?
I'd be more happy.
But do you think as well, some of your principles here, where you picked up from here? You think you wouldn't have picked them up?
I lost my brother when I was 15 years old. When he came here, we've been here for 1 year. He was gone.
Yeah.
So I've always said, again, I'm grateful. You know, God bless my father. I mean, at the end, he tried to do what's right. I could have lost my life in many ways.
Yeah.
And this is the Western world. Me saying I could have lost my life, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Africa.
Yeah.
Where you can't lose your life for that. So
Yeah.
there's still that pain inside of me that it's like, you know what? Why? I get it. My dad wanted to bring me here for a better life opportunity and so forth, right? But he didn't understand. He didn't understand where he was bringing me. You know, African parents, they live in a bubble, right?
Yeah.
So being raised in Wood Green at first,
Yeah.
but I knew what was going on. But
Yeah.
when I came home, you know, oh chief, you know, your chicken and stew is ready for you.
Yeah.
And I'm running from a knife.
Yeah.
But obviously you can't tell them that because, you know, African parents, they all explode anyway. So
they'll lose their mind. Yeah.
you know, but I get it. But again, the young man I was with certain guys on the door, it's not who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's you go through certain, you know, obstacles in life, you go through certain challenges in life. As a man, hence why I told the brother that when I was 22, 23, just because I'm that age and I got muscle, doesn't mean I'm a man.
Yeah.
You know, my mindset was very westernized, everything was about. And the reason I use this kind of Dragon Ball Z kind of reference is that to make you understand that, bro, it plays into the male
Before
ego.
we start recording, man said he was charging up every wife that he was charging up.
Well, I'm trying to make them understand something, right?
Observing souls like Majin Buu.
But it is in a way. But think about it, it is. What I'm saying is very deep though, but it is.
What you say
Every
about-
time you do something, it's a very spiritual thing, right?
His power level went over 9,000.
No, it went more than that. It went
When you
more
say
than
the
that.
Scalrino.
It went more than that. It went more than that because, you know, think about it. You know, if you listen, I'm very careful who I select as friends, right? So if you're surrounded by guys that equally doing the same thing you're doing, badness, whatever. So, you know, there's no wisdom there. So, you know, almost like they give you your stripe. Oh, bro, well, how many of you had? Okay, you know, now you're the captain. You feel like, yeah, damn right, guys. So the certain, I'll be honest with you, even my boy, I thought he was my boy. He wouldn't allow me to come to his house. He thought because of that insecurity. He thought, because yeah, bro, I was the guy.
He thought if they fall out, he was gonna put out a 2-part this. Chill.
But the worst, bro. But you know the worst thing is.
Eddie Murphy had a joke where he was like, "Yo, he's talking about the band that opened from the busboys. He said, they F everything that moves. Like, come to my house, the fish stop swimming." Right? If you're that guy, then really and truly, I have to ask you.
Yeah.
What's your principle? Because the truth is, like, that's why I've come back to the principle, because I think as a man, there's a lot of environmental things, there's a lot of stages of growth, but at one point, as a man, you have to decide what it is you stand for and what it is you believe. Like certain violations.
Do you know how funny that is that a man can't bring you around to his house?
I know, that's what I'm saying. So you even have to ask yourself, am I doing something a bit mad that my boy can't?
Your boy can't.
At the time, but obviously at the time I didn't connect dot. Right, it's when he broke up with his missus. His missus showed me the text message. Basically, the guy was going home talking about what I'm doing outside. Right, so that's what I always tell guys: be careful what you say to your missus about your boy.
Basically, it was exciting his missus.
Yeah, his missus is
Easily, I mean, bro, think about, bro. Logically speaking, right? Listen, logically speaking, right? No, what I'm saying to you, logically.
Easy.
But logically speaking, right? I'll say this to you, bro.
Hanging.
But listen, but you know,
the comment is easy. Man walked past his wife. She saw the superpowers, you know, like the aura is saying.
Well, I'll say this to you, but you know, but logically speaking, right? If you're a man that you're dating a woman that likes muscle, let's say you're tall, skinny guy, that's cool. You know, she likes you for whatever reason, right? Anyway, but inside she likes muscle. She can't get rid of that. So when your boys come around, and I was swole, you know, I always wear them. I was 3XL, but I used to wear them extra large. You know how tight that is. So listen, the circulation was cutting my arms and I was swollen.
Have you not seen that clip?
Bruh.
Yeah, I think it's from Bang Bros or something that circulates on the internet. And there's a white girl here, and the guy picks her on the shoulder.
That's me.
And they're walking.
Long story.
Yo, I hate that I know the clip you're talking
You
about.
know the clip.
I hate that I know the clip.
All you man watching it, you know the clip. You dirty.
Anybody that knows me is watching this, they will comment that was him, because they know what I was about. So it's not even on the street level in terms of dealing with ladies. I mean, again, bro, you have to understand this is that the freedom I had. I was around certain type of guys who, you know, again, you know, it's about having a code. At the time, I didn't have one. So for me, and it was, you know, it was a beautiful chase. Once upon a time, it was.
But now, in 2012, you would have ended up on OnlyFans.
No, but it was.
You would have ended up on OnlyFans.
Listen, it was a beautiful chase because, bro, I didn't know how to build my purpose. I didn't know how to build a foundation. I wasn't thinking about foundation.
Yeah.
Right now, as I am, you know, I live in a very quiet neighborhood. So there's a level of thinking that you go through as a man. And for some men, they're doing it even in their 40s, 50s, 60s. So
a lot of men, they don't stop.
So I'm saying, so I'm glad that I started that young because right now, I'm saying that because if I started right in my 30s, bro, when would I'm broke. I live in a shared house. I'm eating Iceland microwave. Did
you see what he said? He went like this. Chill. Jay was like, it's a bit too close.
But there's levels to this.
It's heartfelt.
Some people on YouTube right now with the builder highlight.
Bro, I know this.
When he goes home and he's eating his microwave dinner, and later on he's gonna be thinking of you.
Yeah, you know, it's bigger purpose.
When he's pushing that next set, he's gonna be thinking of you.
But it's true. What I'm saying, listen, there's guys, like I said to you guys, there's guys that swole, bet their own benefit, gym and girls. Yeah. Benefit, gym and girls. Yeah. You know, so there's levels, and obviously, hopefully these type of guys, they'll wake up one day and say, you know what, I need more than just gym, benefit and girls. It takes time to kind of define yourself. And what I was going through, so what you'll not understand is that I was going through a lot of pain.
Yeah. A
lot of pain in many, many ways anyway. So, and at the time, again, I'm not making excuses, but this is my truth. Right? I wasn't seeing my little girl. You know, there was that.
How old is she now?
Oh, she's 12. She's a big girl now. So, so there's a lot of things that I won't say that it was spurring me on or was motivating me, but think about it. If you don't care for yourself, if you don't, one can say if you don't truly love yourself in a way that you're meant to love yourself. I didn't have no passion for any type of, you know, woman or romantic or Eurocentric idea of a romance, which I still stand on, by the way. Yeah. I don't believe in a lot of Eurocentric romance. Maybe you don't do.
But going to that, how about your family life?
Back home or here?
Sorry, probably before you go there.
Because you said you don't believe in Eurocentric, but your parents.
Back here, yeah.
Yeah, your parents, ain't they? Is it just your dad and your mum?
Yeah, they've been together for. No. Well, at the time it was me, my dad, and my, you know, passed away a long time ago. But and then obviously the three little ones came. Which put more. Because, you know, I don't even know much about African parents, but as a child you have to look after everyone. Where to go, you know. My parents are cleaners even to this day. Yeah. I retired. My mum semi-retired because she doesn't want to stop. But there's just a lot going on. So when I get out of the house,
So when you say that you don't believe in Eurocentric romance, do you mean that you don't believe it exists, as in that romance isn't real, or do you saying that you don't believe it, you don't think it's a good thing, or what is that?
Basically, he believes in polygamy.
No, it's deep. No, it's not even that. I'm saying the first thing you should ask me, what do I mean by Eurocentric understanding of romance?
Of course, yeah.
But for me, Eurocentric understanding, this is why you have, you know, men and women cheating on each other, this kind of fleeting idea of love. You know, this flipping, I call it toxic idea of love, that happy wife, what's it called? A happy wife or happy life? The most dumbest thing you ever heard in your life.
Yeah,
but some men,
I think that's rubbish. Yeah.
But some men do. Listen, if you go on TV, I guarantee you can go on your TV right now and someone will ask you. Someone will ask you who wears the trousers in the house. You'll be like, oh, she does. You know how many times I heard men say that? But why is that? You're scared to live in your truth. I'm like, I dare a woman to ask me who wears the trousers. I dare someone to ask me that. In fact, you want to ask me that. It's insulting. So my understanding Eurocentric romance is that, which is very fleeting, is, again, there's nothing wrong with buying a woman flowers and candy, all this kind of stuff like that. But it needs to move away from that. Everyday life, we go through things. Love is not perfect. And love is conditional, by the way. It's not unconditional. Love is conditional. So there's certain things that we will go through that, hey, listen, I'm not always gonna be perfect. I'm not always gonna come and give you a kiss on the cheek and bring you flowers and you know what I'm saying to you, and wash your feet and scrub your ass.
I agree with
you. I might put something in it, but you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I had to go. Why the left? I went left. I was like, I agree with you.
I might.
I went left.
No, but the thing is, you didn't even say that until he was like, in your head.
You might put something in it. That's the reality of it. But I mean, like,
but it's not real.
It's not go real. There, like,
bro, it's not real, man. It's not real. I feel like a lot of men. Listen, I work for a lot of young men, right? Yeah. You know how many guys that get, what should I do? My girlfriend this. My girl, like, bro, why are you stressed about your girlfriend? Yeah. How old are you? I'm 22, 23. You're stressed about girlfriend. Okay, what are you doing right now? Have you got a driving license? No. Okay. Can you ride a bike?
You see him, he ain't got none, he don't worry about them things.
Hey, don't hurt my guy.
No, you don't.
I don't blame you, man.
He don't at all. He's focusing his money, it's just in his zone.
But you're focusing good, but you still need to exercise some dating. You don't want to be dry.
That's what I said to him.
You don't want to be dry. But when you get to your 30s, you're gonna be awkward, man.
Yeah. I said to him,
start something.
I said to him, don't be too. I said, don't like. It's good that he focuses on money, but I said, don't be too carried away on money, because keyword he said, there's a lot of men who I know now, they're papered up, but they're very awkward guys. Like, no.
A woman will come and take it easy, because you haven't really exercised. You can't read women because it's so many years. So woman, you work hard, you build your empire, and a woman will come, and Delilah will come and take it. Yeah. Delilah will come and take it, man.
It's good to have balance, man.
I'm saying, but seriously, bro, listen, Delilah will come and take it, and I pray to God you don't meet a young version of me. Delilah don't meet a young version of me, because you don't, because she can't submit to you. She'll submit to your money, because like most women, they submit to your money. But in terms of your leadership, it's not there, because you don't know how to lead. You're awkward. You're developed. You're probably in bed. You can't move properly. You're tight. It's true. Think about it. It's true. If you don't practice, you're gonna get good.
No, I've said that before.
No, but it doesn't matter how big you are. If you don't practice, about stamina.
Your power level ain't even hit 9,000.
Yeah, you can't power lift the girl all the time, bro.
Scoury, he's still picking you.
Some salsa waste, salsa waste, man. So it's a difference, man. So focus on your purpose, do all that, but you need to date, man. And let the woman understand where you are, though. I mean, I'm always honest. You can't be trying to lie to women out here, man. It's pointless. I haven't got time for that.
So back to your principles on not Eurocentric dating. What would you say, like, a man should not just focus on him and his wife, or he should have other, or
is he white? Is he married, or is he just dating, or
married, dating, whichever?
Yeah, but it's different. You have to ask me very
specifically dating before marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's his focus? What's his focus be? You mean?
Seeing as you said you're not into the belief or Eurocentric style dating and all of that.
No, love.
Yeah, Eurocentric love. Would you say that
building your foundation for a man is more important than a girl?
Cool, but would you say that when you're dating someone, should you put your all just in that one woman, or should you date other women to see at the same time?
As a man, you got options, bro. As a man, you'll be foolish to just date. Okay, how I'll put it this way, right? If you build, I'm not saying you have to build some big house. I'm just saying that do you have the basic? For example, let's say that again.
All right, let's say you've got all the basics. You've got everything. You've got your house. You've got your car.
Perfect.
You've got everything now.
Now you got a selection pool.
Yeah.
You'll be a moron just to go and pick one and say, yep, I'm going to date that one. No, just take your time. But for me, I call it, but it's about transparency. But no, transparency.
We're going to go from you right to you saw his facial expression. Okay. He was
but it's common. I mean, it's common sense. As a man, if you got, like you said, if you got everything lined up in your life, which is flipping hard, which is hard, by the way. So when as a man, you worked your ass up to the top, you got everything lined up. Why are you just going to go for one woman? Because oftentimes, because of beauty. So you're attracted to her first. So the advice I always give to a lot of young guys that approach me or ask me is that you have to live in the truth. So you have to be honest with them. Yeah. Nowadays, honesty is very rare to get anyway. But what I'm saying to you is that you need to date. You need to sleep with them. Date multiple women. But then someone will say that, well, it's too much money. No, it's not. Who's telling you to go on? What's that? Soul Bay. No one's telling you to go there.
No.
There's levels to this. I'm saying to get to know them. Yeah. Because for you to just pick one, especially when you work especially in this Western world where you can potentially lose a lot of your money, finance, so forth. So it's very important not to just go for one. Take your time. Date one, two, multiple. It also depends on you. Are you mentally able to? Some men can't deal with more than two women. They'll try. That's why they get caught. So if you can, do it. If you can't, then stick to one, but it's a big gamble.
Why would you do anything where you're trying not to get caught?
No, I'm just saying that.
Well, you just stand on your square and say,
but think how many men will actually date 2-3 women and be honest with all of them?
Well, exactly. Well, that's probably an indication that they shouldn't be doing it then, if they can't do it on their square. If you can't say with a clean conscience, this is what I'm doing, I think it's probably an indication that...
Because we live in a different realm. We live in a different realm where,
This different realm thing, I don't know how much I apply realm to your principles as a man.
But it is different realm.
Did you see the pictures of Kanye the other day where he was with 2 women? The famous, one of them is well known and the other...
Oh, stunt, man.
No, but the thing is, you're saying in a different realm, but like it goes back to the the thing where you're talking about money, where he was there with
a lot of men.
He was there with 2 girls at the same time, and he was in a party yesterday now. And I've seen pictures online, and someone I know was in the same party, and there was a whole bunch of new girls.
Did they act up?
Trying to no.
Exactly. See, when you got money, I promise you this, guys. Right? Listen, I know I'm surrounded by guys who got money, right? And you will see how behavioral these girls are. I remember when I used to work on a door at Shoreditch. I worked on this top, rooftop bar. Used to get a lot of clients, top footballers and so forth, right? And the guy who rolled up, the woman and me grew up in a nice Ferrari. The girl got out of the car and opened the door for him. No, think about it.
That's a new level. I need to unlock that level.
What is she butler?
Yeah. And bro, if you saw it, she's hot.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to make is there's levels.
No, I ain't got their powers yet. Still.
No, you don't. Listen, a lot of men don't have that kind of power. Like, listen. Why he was saying nothing?
He's gonna charge us. I saw him. If you wives, bro.
I saw him chilling. Listen, I know the guy. I saw him chilling.
Wait, how many wives do we have to charge up in?
But you know what? The funny thing is, right? He was just chilling like this. She knows what to do already. She knows the code.
Flipping.
The money. It's the money.
I get you, bro.
Wait,
no, you're 100%.
Wait. Is Chivalry dead? Because I swear man them are meant to be the ones who open the door.
You know this, no, bro. Money will make a lot of women do anything. Bro, you know they come on OnlyFans.
What's she, valet?
Bro,
no, you're right, bro.
But
the average guy will open the door for her because.
Yeah.
Think about the average guy will open the door for her. Why is that?
Well, I mean, the thing about opening the door, at least for men anyway, it was supposed to be a case of this olden medieval version of a gentleman's code.
Chivalry, yeah.
Right, which is chivalry. So, I'm not even really concerned about that per se.
Okay.
I know that when you have money, you can make a lot of things happen, including what women will do for you. But I think the key here, and this is why I come back to principles, is it's not everything that you can get away with that you should do. And so, you can have a bunch of women and they can all
do it. But according to your principles. That's your principles.
I'll feel mad awkward if a girl came to do that for me.
No, you didn't, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll feel like a girl.
I love what you said. You should have seen all the guys in the line. They're like,
yeah, everyone look awkward.
No, that wasn't. They're like, no. See, these guys, bro, when a guy is scratching his cheeks thinking, bro, I need to level up, man. Bro, men, we think different. No, I'm telling you, we think different. All the girls
opening doors for men.
But guess what? This club.
To be fair, I don't want that level.
To be honest, I don't actually
but you don't want it. But maybe you don't want it. But the experience is different. Listen, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, a lot of girls that will do. You know how many girls on the line were looking at the guy like? First of all, when the car pulled up, it was over. Yeah. You had guys that was hiding their 5-foot midget girls and trying to do this. She's like, wait, what is it?
And it's going to start from opening the door to, she's going to be palming your cheeks to walk towards the next door. Holding man like a bad bitch.
I'm saying, listen, there's levels to money. Bro, you don't understand. There's levels to money. But when you go a certain type of money, there's things that you would do that the average man can't.
Of course.
Level of access, right? It reminds me of this American guy, wasn't it? Kevin Samuels says, right. High value men exercise their option.
Yeah.
See, now we would say that's cheating according to your own whatever. You say that's cheating, right? But there's different rules. For example, right, it came out. Bill Gates had a mistress for 25 years.
Yeah.
His wife, I think he's been a wife for 27 years. So she understood the code.
Yeah.
You think she's gonna leave so this woman can have everything? Obviously now they're divorced now. They're still kind of best friends anyway. Even the likes of Elon Musk has spoken about it. I think he tweeted recently about men need to focus on their purpose and stop dating party girls. Yeah. And this is coming from the richest man. It's almost like, because by the way, he's known for literally dating young girls and discarding them. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying to you that. And then you talk about his principle. His goals in life, his purpose in life is not about girls. He's trying to get to space. And all that kind of madness.
Funny enough,
again, it's a different principle. You have to understand.
Funny enough, you mentioned that. I was thinking yesterday, Diddy's 52? Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
God,
he's dating Carisha.
Everything. Well,
she's 27.
Not dating, he's passing it by.
Yeah.
But I mean, Diddy's pretty much at this point confirmed bachelor, right? Like he's
so he's a bachelor now. He's a bachelor.
No, but you see the thing is,
he's not.
Yeah, but what about the principle?
So what I'm saying is that I wouldn't bang with Diddy's principles on how you build with women, right? So because for me, like some of my principles are aligned with what I'm trying to achieve in the area of my children, my family.
Okay, so you want that monogamy family?
Yes, I do want that because I think that's proven to be the most stable way to provide for your children over long periods of time. And it's replicable across a nation. What you're talking about works for a top select few of men, which I definitely accept is a reality, but I don't think it's an ideal or
so goal. You're thinking it's Western. It's like, well, I've always said there's so many brothers. I mean, listen, I'll put it straight. I'll say it straight. You might not agree with it. There's so many black men are lost in this country. Because it's, again, see, I was raised very different to you. Back home, my brother is in a certain situation, right? That's stress-free, but for you, you can't handle that. You can't handle, for example, you can't handle multiple wives. You can't. Just because here, you just can't, because the Western world is very different. First of all, financially, you can't.
Okay.
You know, financially, for example, I've got Muslim brothers that got 2, 3 wives, and they do well for themselves. They can handle putting each wife in different houses and taking care of all their needs, right?
Financially, yeah.
A lot of men love this. Yeah, I can handle.
I like how you threw that keyword, financially.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I said financially. Yeah. I said I can see. A lot of men have this mindset due to lust. I can handle 2, 3 women, but they don't think about the flesh. They don't think about the emotional stability, financial stability. They don't think about none of that. But when it gets to that, they're like, oh, wait, so it's gonna cost me? Of course it's gonna cost you. But in Africa, we understand that. It's rooted in our history. You might be a Christian, again, that's why it's a bit different. But it's rooted in our history. You can't, just because you're here, you can't take that away from our history.
I don't think it works. I don't think it's just because I'm here.
But it works there.
When I've had well, that's very, very debatable, and that's a big part of it. You have to understand 2 sides. One, as a biblical based human being,
you're Christian, basically.
Yes, I'm Christian.
That's why.
I've seen polygamy throughout the Bible, and there's no point where God comes down and says, how dare you marry more than one person. That's not true. But if you do look through the scripture, it takes wisdom, but you do need to look through the scripture and see every single opportunity in which polygamy is being shown. It's almost like a cautionary tale, because you see the problems that come from it, and you see what God's original intention was in the way that he made the first man and woman, but then you see what men are able to do. And I'm not saying they're not able to, they're definitely able to marry multiple women, but you're able to also see the problems that come from it. And you get to see it obviously from like monogamous all the way up to Solomon with 700 wives and 300 concubines, right? So he's got 700 women and he's still got 300 sex slaves. And yet still, he writes down that I've seen that if you go and read like
I know, the book of
trust me, Ecclesiastes and Lamentations, you see the guy was borderline depressed.
Everything under the sun is meaningless.
Exactly. It's all
but you're talking about women though.
But what I'm saying to you is that this is a guy who had the excesses of everything, right? So I'm saying that it can't be in getting more. The issue has got to be in what is it that you are here to do. And he found that ultimately in everything, his purpose was to glorify God. That was the only thing that gave him meaning. And so that's on the biblical side. Now, if we're going to talk about how it actually works in principle on the African continent, you know, I had this conversation recently with my pastor. He grew up in a polygamous home, right?
Christian.
So but he didn't grow up Christian. He grew up in
he became a Christian.
He became a Christian later, yes. But he told me that before he ever became a Christian, the effects of growing up in a polygamous home were actually super destructive for him and for his mother. And that's the part of polygamy that no one ever really wants to talk about in that discussion of this is how it's deeply rooted in Africa. Not everything deeply rooted in Africa is working or is good or is great. And so what we can see is that we've gone through generations of unaddressed problems in which certain children fall out of favor because the wife did something, 2 wives warring with each other, attacking each other's children, angling for their children to get the best resources from the father, women who have not actually had the attention that they need of the husband. All kinds of issues come in and they're just brushed under, mostly because the men are able to get away with it. And that's why I always say it's not everything you are able to do that you really should do. And that's why monogamy has proven to be the most replicable and stable form of building a family.